Hey guys, welcome back to DadVGirls After Hours. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. You know where we are.
You're setting those Alexa alarms.
Yes.
You are putting those alarms on. You're coming here at Tuesday, 6 p.m.
You're not going anywhere, but you're here. But yeah.
Yeah, or on your headphones.
On your headphones.
On your headphones, is that what you want to listen to?
I don't know what's going on here.
Just let people know where they can listen to us.
On your headphones, you can listen to us.
Yeah. I don't own a pair of headphones, but yeah, you can if you.
On your iPhone, on your tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your Android.
Or if you're like Sophie and like to have a little bath and watch a little YouTube video while you're in the bath. That's what she likes to do recently.
She always wants to get in our bath as well. Do you notice this?
Yeah.
Because Sophie's actually
a soap dodger.
She's a soap dodger. Let's be honest. So I don't know what it is. There's something that really Sophie hates about the bath, but our bath is a bit more bougie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it was already done, our bathroom, before we moved in. The previous owner's done it really nice, but it's like a goldy brass kind of bath, and it's quite big. But as soon as you say, fine, you can get in our bath, that's it. She's like, yeah, she wants to be by herself. She doesn't want her sisters in the bath with her, whereas normally we could bath them all together. She wants her iPhone there. She just wants to chill. She absolutely loves
sometimes
it.
Actually, this is the whole thing of sometimes developmentally, she's obviously at like the 4 or 5 year old, but then she is 12. So 12-year-olds do have a bath by themselves. So there's some parts that she surprises us, but
soon she'll be like lighting candles and stuff in there and just wanted to
I did like have a candle.
Out.
I did.
You?
Yeah. She was like, why are you doing that, Mum? I was like, it's lovely. She went past. So yeah, we're not there yet. But I was going to say, so, talking of surprising you, who surprised you this morning?
Oh my God. What a morning we've had. So first of all, I want to say it's really nice on the day that we do the podcast, because I don't go into the office. I'm at home.
Yeah.
So I get to see the girls before they go to school. And Chloe had Mufti Day today and she looks super cool. So as she's walking out the door, I'm in the kitchen and I'm shouting out to her, you look awesome. I'm giving her some like real positive affirmations. I'm like, you look incredible. You look so cool. And she shouted back as she walked out the door, you look like a dickhead. Wow.
And then she looked at me laughing, thinking, Mum's going to laugh. I went, that's a swear word. That's a really bad word. That's really rude what you've just called your dad. Her face dropped. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was a bad word. I didn't know that. And I said, oh, what do you think you should go and do? And then obviously she ran back.
Think you must have said something to her, because she come running back in and she gave me a big hug, a big kiss. And she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a bad word. Meanwhile, I'm cracking up.
Yeah.
But also
it was the shock of it that she just like, ha, and she looked at me like, ha, Mum's going to laugh. And I was like, oh.
She went to high five you.
That is not funny.
It was funny though, let's be honest.
Why is it so funny when a kid swears?
It shouldn't
be. It shouldn't be.
And obviously we do want to tell them off, but it is hilarious sometimes when it just comes out like that.
Especially in context. They always know how to do it in the right context as well. But another thing that Chloe did was Mother's Day, obviously. It was Mother's Day, and obviously at school they make cards for their mums, and Sophie made me one, and it was really cute. And Chloe went, oh my gosh, I need to get my bag. I need to show you. I was like, okay, great. So she gets her bag and she went, look what I did. Out comes this card. She went, I did it for Auntie Emma.
Oh my God. This was so funny. She was so proud of herself.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Mother's Day? She went, yeah, Auntie Emma's a mum.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
So then you were looking like, oh, and I went, oh, have you got one for Mum in there as well? And she looked, she went, no, I just did one. For Auntie Emma.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you didn't make Mum a Mother's Day card?
The thing is, it had like a little cup in it, and the teachers had put tea bags in it. So I was thinking, oh, maybe she's done it because she knows I don't drink tea. It's more of like, Auntie Emma likes tea. No, it weren't that. It was just she loves Auntie Emma, and Auntie Emma's a good mum, obviously.
But then, so then I say to her, oh, did you make Mum? Is there like one in there for Mum? And she went, no. I went, so you didn't make Mum a Mother's Day card? Then it dawned on her that she hadn't made her mum a Mother's Day card, and she obviously felt really bad, but she started shouting at me. She was like, no, stop it, don't say that, and she really freaked out and she started crying. I was like, no, it's fine, it's really sweet what you've done. That's actually really sweet. Your sister Emma was over the moon with it.
Yeah, so firstly, like, she then went and made me something, so I did then have a card that she wrote me. It was really sweet. And then on Mother's Day she gave it to my sister, and my sister nearly cried. She was like, that's so thoughtful. But then now they're saying, like, on Father's Day, my dad wants one. My uncle, like, Emma's
Uncle
husband,
Ryan wants one.
He's like, how can I get one?
Nah, if I don't get a Father's Day card, I'm going to be a little bit upset.
Yeah. But you did well this Mother's Day, didn't you?
Do you know what? I'm actually quite proud of myself. I think as
proud
well,
of you.
because I think we'd spoken at other podcasts where maybe I haven't been as thoughtful. I thought, do you know what? I'm really going to make an effort this Mother's Day.
I did. I felt very special. I didn't have to do very much.
Very
until
much.
the
She
evening.
nearly said I didn't have to do anything.
No, because
went,
I didn't. But I was telling my friend, I was like, Mother's Day, you were so thoughtful. And I could tell you really was like, there was nothing I had to do, but it got to about 6 p.m. and I could see you were done.
I was flagging.
Like
this was the plan for Mother's Day, was that the guys, so your dad, your brother-in-law and me were all going to cook you guys, all the mums, a roast dinner. So we started at like 11 o'clock in the morning and it was like a big
like
roast.
Christmas Day again.
It felt like Christmas Day. So it was like...
no cauliflower cheese. I was not happy with Ryan because he makes the best cauliflower cheese. And because he's on a diet, he didn't make cauliflower cheese.
But the thing is, I had the most pressure because I was in charge of desserts. Let me tell you, when it comes to the Biddles, Sarah's family, and desserts, they do not mess around.
Yeah.
When you get put on desserts, you can't.
We're going to a restaurant and we're looking at the dessert menu before the mains. Like dessert is like
it's everything, right? But let me hold that thought. Before we go into that story, we have our first sponsor for the podcast, and that is actually so exciting.
Yeah, so thank you very much, HelloFresh.
And HelloFresh for being our first sponsor is amazing because we have worked with HelloFresh before. And we are also customers of HelloFresh. Yeah. So we've used the product.
Been for years.
But
even back in lockdown, we've got lockdown stories of HelloFresh. So yeah, we've used it for a very long time.
So the thing I love about HelloFresh is how convenient it is. Like everything turns up in a box, right? All the ingredients are like just the right portions. There's no waste. You have a recipe card. You get the ingredients out that are on the recipe card and you're just ready to go. You're not wandering around the because you know how much I hate wandering around supermarkets with a to-do list, a shopping list. It stresses me out.
It stresses me out, you going.
Yeah,
so,
it stresses us all out. So anyway, HelloFresh turns up to your door. You know what your meals are for the week. You can also like, with Casey and Grace as well, they were like, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? It's like, everyone knows what's for dinner.
And it takes out that
We
choice.
selected it.
It takes that choice out of everyday thinking, what am I going to have for dinner? Because there's a whole list that you can do. So each week can be different.
The other thing I loved about HelloFresh as well is it got us into a good routine as a family of like having meals together again, just because we've got kids at different ages and people eating at different times. That was really nice. And they also, I prefer the ones that are like less time to cook. But for people that like to cook, there are ones that like are slightly longer, but there are even recipes that are like 25, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's perfect for me.
And I liked it when we used to do the pizzas. Do you remember? Like in lockdown, we went through like always having pizzas and making them when the little ones would go to bed. It was something we did nicely with the big ones.
Also, a little bit of a funny story about HelloFresh. So they do this, I can't remember the exact name of it, but they do this pasta bake, right? That me and Sarah absolutely loved.
It was so nice.
That we selected it every single time because we couldn't get enough of it. It was just like unbelievable.
But also not only that, it was because it was a pasta dish, it spread around so much. You actually felt like you got such a big amount of dinner.
But the thing is, Grace got to a point, I think she just like one day just snapped like,
why do I have this
the pasta
every
bake
week?
every time. We're like, but it's so amazing.
And it was something that everybody loved.
Yeah.
There was not like, oh, I don't want this part of it or that. It was like...
But then that's the great thing is because then you just go, cool, let's sit down as a family, let's go on it.
Yeah.
And we all decide together.
And they can also be involved in the cooking, which is great as well.
Yeah. Because and we've done that a few times. Said, actually, Casey and Grace, you guys cook dinner tonight. Yeah. Work together, cook dinner. There's the recipe card. It's like painting by numbers. It's so easy to do.
Although I'm really hungry now because this one, in particular, the cheesy loaded sausage in buns. I mean, I don't like onions, so I would.
I was going to say I didn't think you'd be a fan of that one, but that one,
no, because I love
looks
sausages.
so good.
I hate hot dog sausages, so this for me would just be amazing.
That looks banging.
And the sweet potato wedges, delicious.
So the other two that we got on the table there, we've got the coriander chicken thigh coconut curry, which I know 100% you would love, and then we've got the margarita inspired risotto. But yeah,
so nice.
But I mean, there's so many different recipes on there.
Which is great as well because obviously Grace being pescatarian, there's so much option for them. There's healthy for people that want to eat healthy. They also do the
smart calorie ones, which are under 650 calories. So if you're looking for like a balanced diet,
perfect. But
also
they do puddings.
Oh yeah,
right up my street to be able to have some puddings.
So guys, if you want to check out HelloFresh, make sure you click the link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code that is on screen now. Make sure you use our promo code after hours because you'll get 60% off and 20% off for the next 2 months.
Plus free dessert for life. I mean, you've got to sign up for that, right?
Sarah is sold on that one.
Sold.
Guys, this is an exclusive offer. It's only available for a limited amount of time, so make sure you check it out. So anyway, talking about desserts, I was in charge of desserts for Mother's Day, right? Yeah. So I went to the supermarket and I just, do you know when you just think, you failed before you've even started. I'm just like, whatever I get something.
Because normally you have to ask me, but you didn't.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to call Sarah. I'm going to say, what should I get? But then that's not me just being thoughtful and making an effort. That's you basically doing it. So then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to absolutely smash this for the biddles, right? There is going to be no dessert that I don't get. I got every dessert. I got
delicious.
Sticky toffee pudding. I got jam roly-poly. I've not even had that since I was a kid. It was amazing. I got apple crumble. I got chocolate fudge cake.
That you melt. Oh, it was just as gooey and just delicious.
I got trifle. Like, honestly.
Ice cream, custard. You literally
I covered every basis, right?
Did you say, you said crumble. Yeah.
So your dad was in charge of meats. Ryan was in charge of veg. Your dad just got beef, which I was a bit disappointed about because I like maybe 2 meats. He got 2 joints of beef, but I would have rather got like one of this, one of that. So it's a bit like, okay.
And then Ryan, we just never let him live it down.
Ryan didn't make the cauliflower cheese.
He bought potatoes and parsnips, but then only got carrots and broccoli. And I was like, well, where's the rest? Like, where's the more greens and where's the cauliflower cheese? I was so let down. There was no cauliflower cheese.
It did feel like he didn't really put a lot of effort into his veg. Right, and he let everyone down on the cauliflower cheese.
Although he said, it's because I'm eating healthy. But I saw him tuck into them desserts.
Oh, no one wasn't going to tuck into them desserts, right? But the point I'm trying to get to, right, is obviously your dad had the most expensive thing, the meats. Ryan did most of the cooking because he always does take over the cooking, right?
He's a very good cook.
Meanwhile, I got desserts, which was so easy to do, right? And I got the most glory. Yeah, everyone was singing my praises. Yeah. I was like Jesus at that table. So
when we're looking at it and we didn't know what to get, I basically, you were saying, what do you want? I said, right, I want a little bit of the chocolate cake with the ice cream. I want jam roly-poly with custard. And you're like, all on the same plate? I'm like, yeah, put it on. I was like, because I can't be eating one and then not guarantee that I don't get the next one.
You're seeing the other one go down and you're stressing out.
And Ryan didn't do what I did and the chocolate cake was going down. He's like, wait.
Trying to eat it as fast as he can.
So that you get a bit of chocolate. I said,
no, because I thought, do you know what?
I'm smart.
I thought I want to do like a buffet of desserts, right? But yeah, I absolutely smashed that. And I was like, buzzing. So
no, well done. Well played.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Although you don't do the same thing when I ask for a snack. Today on the way here, and I'm like, can you go in can you get me a snack? You got out the car, you walked around, and I'm looking at you going, no, don't do it, don't do it. You come around to the door, you have to open the door, like, what snacks do you want? I'm like, just surprise me. Like, I don't really know what I want. I want crisps or chocolate. Just pick something up and you're like, what particular do you want? And you go, right, if I'm getting you Galaxy or Cadbury's, and I'm like, Galaxy. You try to whittle me down to like exactly what I want, but sometimes I don't know what I want. I just know I want a snack. It
just stresses me out. I don't understand why people do this. Oh, just surprise me. Why? You might have a bad surprise. It might be like, oh, surprise, I got you something you don't like. Yeah, no, you spoke. Now my turn to speak. This is how this works, remember? It's like a...
I feel like we should just hold something and we know when each other's talking.
Yeah. So now I've lost my train of thought. It stresses me out, right? Because if you're going to the shop, right, you know what's there. You know there's a Galaxy, yeah? You know like what crisps are there and you're like, just surprise me. And because you're so particular about your snacks, right? I'm greedy, I'll eat anything. You get me anything, I'll eat it. You are so particular about what are the best snacks. You're like a snack connoisseur, right? And then you're saying, oh, just surprise me. As if you're so carefree and easygoing, it's unbelievable. So I'm in the shop, I'm sweating, right? I couldn't find any Galaxy Ripples. Like, this is genuinely what happened today. I didn't tell you this, right? I'm in the shop. I'm looking at the chocolates. Sarah loves chocolate, right? I am looking up and down and I'm racking my brains and I'm going, a Whisper. And I'm picturing what you're going to say. Whisper, that's basic. Why would you get me a Whisper? No, but I can't remember which ones you like, right? So I'm literally playing your voice in my head and it's going, oh, why didn't you get me that? And I'm looking at Lion. I'm like, that's a bit risky. A Lion bar's risky, right? they didn't have a Galaxy Ripple. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm walking up and down, up and down. I'm sweating in the shop thinking, why couldn't she just tell me what she wanted? And then
really not that hard.
hidden was the Galaxy Ripples. That, I always get you a Galaxy Ripple now because it's guaranteed. I know you love a Galaxy Ripple.
I do love a Galaxy Ripple. It's not that hard. You also got me a cream egg. I mean, this time of
Again,
year,
because I'm getting you a buffet
egg,
of dessert, so I make sure
But you did really well. I didn't even tell you. But you know, I just don't like nuts. I could eat any chocolate.
She likes these nuts.
Such a loser. Anyway, anywho, you did really well and you got me because you know me. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if I in particular fancied something, I'd say, oh, can you get me such and such? But when I feel like that, I actually wouldn't mind. So you did well.
I don't get it because personally, I'm just like, I know what I want. If I want snacks, I want salt and vinegar discos. If they don't have that, get me McCoy's, right? If they don't have that, where are you? What shop are you even in? Right? So then it's like, cool. And if you're going to get me a chocolate, you know, like Cadbury, anything Cadbury. I ended up with a dime bar today, but I went a bit rogue. Spilt it down me.
You did. You sat down. You was like, what is that? I was like, your snack.
Honestly, like, what is wrong with me?
Although you have been healthy eating and then today.
What is wrong with me though? Why do I always spill things down me like a 5-year-old? Like the other day at work, I poured a whole drink down me while I was talking to someone.
Yeah, because you were going to an event the other day and you didn't have time to go home. You was meant to go home and get changed, and then the meeting ran over, so then you didn't, and then you spilled something down you. So you
spilled my lunch.
You had to go with your zip up. For the rest of the day.
That's not why I've got this up today, by the way.
No.
But but also I've noticed you're actually covered in chocolate on your jumper.
What?
Look on your sleeves.
No, that's
Stains.
nail varnish. Yeah.
Oh,
the kids,
no other jumpers in the. That's actually my jumper as well.
Yeah, but I really
you and
like
Casey
the fit
always
of
wear it.
And I can't believe you've outed me because what I did was I turned it so the camera couldn't see it.
Oh, I thought it was all chocolate.
But no, it's old nail varnish that's just never going to come off. But I can't bear to throw it in the bin because I really like the fit of the jumper.
Yeah, but you was a really bad influence on me today because I've actually been on a really good diet, right? I've actually been doing a carnivore diet, which is like meat only, and it's worked really well for me. But today I was struggling. This morning,
I tried to tell you not to eat that third or second bar of chocolate or whatever it was. No, you had 2 bags of crisps and then you had wine gums and you were like, passing the dime. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. You went, pass me the dime. I was like, no, I'm not going to pass you the dime. Like, I feel like you've had enough. You're like, pass me the dime.
No, but do you know what?
Like you're possessed. Like, I bought the snacks, now give me the snacks. I was like, okay. And there's another dime when you get back in the car, isn't there?
Because I got you one as well, just as a backup. And you were like,
as soon as
you said, oh, I'm not going to eat the dime, all I could think about was that last dime was in the bag the whole way here. And all I kept thinking is, oh, I can't ask her for it because she's going to fat shame me again and call me greedy. But that's my problem, right? I'm all or nothing. I can do like a restrictive diet, like eating only meat. But as soon as I fall off the wagon, I eat everything.
You're so good.
But then I'm so greedy. How greedy am I though? Literally, I polished off like 2 bags of crisps, a dime bar, and a pack of wine gums in about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, sometimes I go, all right, Joel, calm down.
And I'll probably heavy breathing, eating it. It's like, no, because I feel like I make up for it. Like I'll have like a really good week. And then all of a sudden, like last week.
Well, last week you came to me and you're like, oh my gosh, I've put on 6 pounds.
In 3 days, I put on
weekend.
6 pounds. I went on, because I've got scales that go to an app. I went on the scales. It literally said to me, are you sure this is you? Because the weight is so much more. I was like, bro, leave me alone.
Yeah, but I did say that wouldn't be the act. It wouldn't be
accurate. Obviously like 4 of those
then...
pounds come off the next day. But, But yeah, still put on 2 pounds over the weekend.
I know.
But overall, like I have lost quite a bit.
You have. You've done really well.
So yeah.
You have done well. I haven't. I've just been eating. Yeah.
But you're not greedy though. That's the difference between me and you. Like if I'm eating bad, I'm eating bad.
No, but
I'm
this is the
like
thing I've said to people.
Bad.
Like I'm not greedy and I don't eat a lot, but what I do eat isn't great. Like I eat the 3 meals a day I eat are good, but then I eat chocolate.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is as well, you don't even really finish your dinner. So then if I'm being greedy,
you then
Joel,
finish my dinner.
I finish your dinner.
Yeah.
And the kids. And literally, I just eat everything.
Yeah. Although it's fine.
But then other days, I can be so good, can't I? I can literally just be like, it's a switch in my head.
I do find it easier to snack less at work. For some reason, when I'm at home, I just can't help but snack.
That's like I never eat breakfast, and at work the other day I didn't even think about lunch till about 2:30, 3:00. I hadn't eaten anything. That's how I am at work. I just drink Monsters all day.
That's how I am. I've got this.
It's not even
nothing.
It's not even a big deal to me.
I didn't eat.
I'm so disciplined. No, it wasn't even about being disciplined. I just don't think about food until that time. When I'm at home, like this morning, mate, I had scrambled eggs and sausages before we'd even left the house. Like I never eat breakfast, and I was starving.
And you rang me. I was upstairs getting ready. You rang me. Like, do you want some eggs? I was like, no, thanks. Went, oh, good. I'd already started making it. I just didn't want to hear it on the podcast that I didn't offer you food. Yeah,
after last time, I didn't want to.
But
that's how the podcast is affecting our lives.
I'm not really an egg kind of person. I have to really fancy it.
You're really weird about it.
I remember being in a cafe once with my mum, and she got an omelette, and I was like, I don't get why you're eating that. It smells like a wet dog. And then
eggs
now
can
she
smell
can't.
like
She's
wet
like,
dogs.
thinks of wet dog every time.
Also, it's really annoying because when I cook scrambled eggs, I like to cook it how you get it in a restaurant, where it's gonna sound weird, but it's still a bit moist, right? It's a bit wet.
No,
it's like wet scrambled egg. Yeah.
Why your shoulders dancing?
I don't know. Like it's like wet. It's that wet scrambled egg, girl. But you want it cooked, so it's just dry, like there's no moisture in it, because you're like, it freaks you out if it's like slightly wet.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to cook my scrambled eggs like that. So
I have to really fancy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't just. Yeah. I'm not just.
You're weird about a lot of stuff too.
I'm not really though.
I'm trying to think. Like, there's lots of things you're weird about. You're weird about like fatty meat. And I'm not talking about like really fatty, just like any meat that's just a little bit fatty. Like,
yeah, I just don't eat the fatty bits.
Yeah, but you get weird about it. Like, and I think, oh, that looks delicious. Like, I like the fat on meat.
Yeah, I don't like when you cook chicken and the skin is like fleshy, like rather than it being crispy.
No, yeah, but even that thing, I cooked that lamb last night, and you were like, oh, okay. I was like, do you want a bit? I went, actually, don't bother. You're not going to like it.
Yeah, no.
It's got fatty bits on it.
And you know how long have we been together? And we go for steak all the time, and I can never remember what the steak is that I like. And I have to say to you,
it's a fillet steak.
What steak?
It's so simple. It's literally a fillet.
Yeah.
Right. It's
actually,
the most.
For some reason, it won't lock in my head.
Because it's got no fat on it. You just love it. I love a ribeye because it's got like loads of fat on it. Because I'm greedy.
Yeah, but why do you like the fat? It's like
because it's got flavour. If you cook it right, then it almost like melts in your mouth. It's just
nice.
Also, I have this feeling, well, you will agree with me, but Chloe, I have this feeling she's going to end up vegetarian or pescatarian like Grace, because yesterday she went to like the farm, not the farm, like a farm cafe. It's not like a farm. What is it? It's a farm, but it's not like a farm you walk around and see animals.
It was a garden centre.
It's like a garden centre, yeah, that's it.
It's got local farm.
It's got a butcher's in it, and it had pigs hanging up with no heads.
I don't know why.
No, that is pretty terrifying, to be honest.
Because a lot of kids go there.
No one who wants to see that. I don't want to see that.
No.
I like pork, but I don't want to see it hanging up like that.
No.
So at dinner, right, I had this lamb. She had sausages. Yeah. She's looking at me. She's going, "What's that?" I went, "It's lamb." She went, "Oh, that's not very nice. That's mean. That's mean that you're eating a lamb." I looked at her sausages. I looked at Grace and went, "Who's going to tell her?" Grace is laughing. She went, "What are you laughing at?" I went, "Well, what do you think those sausages are made of?" She went, "What?" And I went, "Pigs." She picked up all the sausages and moved them to the other side of the plate. And I was like, no. I can't deal with this. I was like, oh, no, they're made of pork. She's like, well, what's pork made of? And
but to be fair, she didn't really like them anyway. Like, she'd eat a couple, but not like all of it. But this funniest thing is, I've said it from when she was a baby. Even when I used to feed her like baby food in jars, I'm not going to pretend I was a mum that made fresh stuff, because I wasn't. But like, say the jars or the Ella's pouches, she never liked the meat ones ever. Yeah. And then when babies started, ham feeding and stuff, like, it was never meat, and she's never to this day eaten. Like, she'll eat chicken nuggets, but she wouldn't eat just the chicken like on a roast dinner.
She'll eat it if you don't really see that it's meat, like a chicken nugget's covered in batter.
Chicken nugget or spaghetti bolognese. Or lasagna, but that is it. She won't eat pieces of meat.
It is, and like, obviously, if that's what she wants, if she wants to not eat meat.
But I feel like it's like I don't know what it was. It must be a texture thing, because it wasn't because obviously she was a baby, so it must be a texture thing. And then
it's before she even had her understanding, so it's not like a moral thing.
And then now she's learning what animals they are, and it's also That's
obviously we'll respect her if she says, I don't want to eat meat anymore. Cool. Like we have always supported Grace.
Yeah.
But it is really annoying that Grace is pescatarian, isn't it?
Mm.
It does make life more difficult.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like for takeaways or just life in general or going out for restaurants. We've always got to make sure it's something.
If you say to Grace,
likes.
cool, let's order a takeaway. Okay. Well, she's like, well, what are you getting? I'm like, how about we start with what do you want? And I will work on my menu choice off of what you want.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the phone. Oh God, this is painful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going through. And it's like, please pick something. Please. I will eat anything at this point.
But you do eat anything. That's
Yeah,
not at this point. No, genuinely. No, I'm not saying that to be mean. I saying like you actually eat. I don't know.
Not at this point.
No.
Just anytime and eat anything.
No, like you do. I don't think there's anything you don't eat.
Yeah.
Name something you don't eat. Like
okay.
You would literally try anything.
No, I eat everything. Let's be honest. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think that's the variety of life, my friend.
Yeah. You're a real condiments kind of guy.
Oh,
that's what you are. That is your like.
I am a condiment connoisseur.
Your food is cold by the time you've put all your condiments on.
Yeah. So sauce, right? I love sauce, like love it. I can't eat food without sauce. I know like your dad literally like say like all our food comes, right? Or we've made food at home. Your dad will watch me, right? As I get out all my sauces. Like even like, I don't know, even like a roast dinner, it's like I'll have, regardless of what meat it is, I'll have mint sauce, I'll have cranberry sauce, might have a bit of mustard, might have a bit of apple sauce, right? Your dad watches me in awe. As everyone's tugging into their food, I'm like lining up all my sauces, I'm putting it all on the plate, I'm getting my salt, getting my pepper. Your dad just watched me in amazement. He's like, by the time you finish with all your sauces, everyone's even finished their food.
Yeah.
So for my birthday, they got me a mug that said Mr. Condiments.
Which I thought was really clever. Condiments. Yeah. Clever.
And they made me they made it themselves, like a hamper of all different sauces.
Yeah.
Literally and sauces I'd never tried as well before, which was like so thoughtful.
They're really thoughtful because they know you love a hot sauce. They got you a few different hot sauces to try.
Also, it kind of messed me up for the first week because I wanted to try all of the sauces. I didn't know, like a kid in a candy store, I didn't know where to go. Like I was having all these weird sauces with
too
stuff.
many decisions for you.
Literally, it was almost just like a buffet of sauces with like a little bit of meat in the middle.
Oh, I wonder if there's an advent calendar for Christmas of sauces. Each day you try a new sauce. That'd be clever.
Yeah, but they'd all be like, I think they'd just be like all hot sauces. But I like just different. They even got me a taco sauce. Like I didn't even know this. They got me this. It was like I'm getting excited.
The excitement.
I'm going to start my own podcast. Just
you were condiments and I'm desserts.
They got me a smoked ketchup, which I didn't even know existed, and it is so unbelievably good. But yeah.
All right, moving on because a little bit boring.
You don't want to talk about sauces anymore.
No.
It's like the first time I got excited in this podcast.
I know, but it's just not really.
Okay. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? You can talk about. Let's talk about Fair Game. That we went for a little day date the other day, and you took me to Fair Game, and I mean, no one knows what Fair Game is probably.
Oh
so. Yeah, okay.
Can we back it up a little bit?
Back it on up.
So the 9th of March is the anniversary of the day that I asked you to be my girlfriend.
And that is 22 years.
Right. So I always remembered this anniversary. I don't remember anything. Don't remember what I had for breakfast. Don't remember what I did because I just mentioned it a minute ago. Yeah. I don't remember anything. I'm not thoughtful, right? It's my one time of the year to be thoughtful because I always remember that date we started dating. And so I always get you flowers or a card or maybe like a little date or something.
Yeah.
So I booked us to go Fair Game.
Which is like an arcade place.
For adults only.
And I was a little bit shocked because I thought, oh no, I think it's an evening thing. And you're like, no, you can go in the day. But I mean, it was really good, but it wasn't the right place for us to be drinking cocktails at 11:30 in the morning. Didn't feel right, so we just had one each.
It was,
but it was really good. We did have
the games are really good, but we got through them quite quick, didn't we?
Yeah. I think the atmosphere would be better at night.
If you went there with but it was
but
like
what Joel didn't like is that I won. I beat him completely.
God, she
overall.
Absolutely thrashed me on everything.
Beat him and he couldn't believe it. I'm actually very competitive.
I am as well. That's why it wound me up.
Yeah.
I'd honestly, I'd think we'd be playing whatever game. I think, I'm absolutely smashing that. And I look over at Sarah's score and she's completely annihilated me on every single thing. I think I won one game.
You did the basketball. You did actually win the basketball, which
the first time. And then we went back and played it again. You beat me.
Yeah.
So you took that away.
But it was really good. But you were so rubbish at the, you have to like throw a ball in, and each time you get it into like trot, the horse will move. But if you get it into walk, it obviously goes slow. And you just could not do it.
So yeah, you're playing with like 12 other people, and there's a guy with a microphone just there just to humiliate you. To me. Yeah. We played it 2 rounds. I was so far behind. Everyone finished, and it was, you know how embarrassing that was. I had to keep going. It ran out of time before.
It ran out of time. It hadn't. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, that's embarrassing."
It was so embarrassing.
No, but then what else is embarrassing is they say to you, "Oh, you may have won something, so come over and tap your wristband to see if you won something." Well, there should be something to show you, because you then go over and she's like, "Oh no, you have to go over to the sweet stand." So we go over to the sweet stand, tap it. She's like, "No, you've not won anything." It's so embarrassing. It's like, why not?
Why do they make you do that? Why don't they just tell you like on the machine
the points you need to get?
Yeah. So you walk over like, "Oh, have I won?"
Because
anything?
you have a machine to then tap to see who's won. It tells you your points. If it's
trust me, we did not need to tap to know who had won that.
So that would be my only
feedback
to them, is like to change that. Cause
little suggestion box on the way out. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, that's good little feedback. That would be my feedback.
Yeah, no one asked for it, but there it is.
Wow.
So I make one joke.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
not
like,
allowed
wow.
to. Yeah.
You call me a greedy fat pig the whole way through this podcast.
No. You said you got greedy and I just agreed.
Greedy.
Okay, so should we do our honey? We need to talk. Honey, we need to talk about how bad your driving is. I think we've covered your driving today before. But honestly, like, I have to tell you, we're driving on like the M25. You go into the fast lane and you take over, but then you stay there and you slow right down. So now people are going up beside me and like looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. He can't drive." Like,
meanwhile, I'm oblivious to all this.
And I'm like,
I'm listening to my music. I'm having a great time. I'm oblivious to anything that's going on around me. Yeah. And then you're like,
so if you're
need to move over.
on the M25 or the A3 and Joel's driving, like you're behind him, I apologise, because he just doesn't realise. And I literally have to be like, "Babe, get over." And he can't read the sat nav properly, so I'm constantly guiding him of like, "Oh, you've got to move over because in like half a mile you're coming off," and you're like, "Oh yeah," like. But then,
okay, so we should have a section where it's like you do like "Honey, we need to talk," and I do
"Honey, I would like to."
Honey, I'd like to.
Talk.
I'd like to talk back. Right. Okay, so.
No, I'm not going to accept that.
So, I agree. My driving is bad. I'm very oblivious to anything that's going on around me. I'm always in the wrong lane. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting in the fast lane, completely unaware that there are so many people behind me, and I'm probably doing under the speed limit just because I'm in my own world, right? Mm. You always want to share the driving, or you want me to drive, right? So what I don't understand yet, right? So say, for example, when we come to the podcast, we've had a few arguments about who drives there, who drives home, because there's always traffic on the way home. When you're driving, I'm chilled. I'm switched off from driving.
I'm a good driver.
Yeah. You are a good driver. Driving is not in my conscience. I'm on my phone. I'm having a chat with you.
Sounds
I'm listening.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Sounds nice to be in a car with a good driver.
Yeah, it's enjoyable, right? It's enjoyable for me not to drive. Okay?
Yeah.
When I'm driving, you are paying more attention to the road than me, paying more attention to the sat nav than me.
Because I have to.
And you don't have the control of the car, and you're also basically like having a go at me the whole way here. Why not just drive?
No, because
why are you putting us both through this?
Why are you both putting us through risk of crashing?
But why are you putting us both through that? Like, because it's not enjoyable for either of us. At least when you're driving, you're in control. No. You're not like worried. You're in the right lane. I'm enjoying my life over there in the passenger seat. passenger
Because
princess.
I tell you now and again, but it's not the whole journey.
But pretty much the whole journey, you're aware.
I'm laughing that you're a bad driver. You're not bad that I feel like we're going to crash. I would then drive.
Also, me and your sat nav have got a beef, right? The sat nav in Sarah's car. Oh my God.
Which infuriates me.
No, stop. Let me say my bit first, then you can say your bit.
You just in front of me and I let you, but it's okay.
No.
You want to point out, we'll start pointing out.
Okay, so Sarah's sat nav, yeah? Obviously, the route that it wants you to take is green. Every other road is green. And there's green lines all over your sat nav, yeah? On my sat nav in my Tesla, there is a blue line where I have to go. Guess what? There is no other blue on the screen because that would be weird, right? That'd be confusing if you had blue lines everywhere. Yours is green.
It's a block
everywhere.
Green. It's a clear block green, and then the other one is like
all the other roads are green.
Green and yellow. It just shows you where there's no traffic, and then there's red for traffic.
Why is there green roads everywhere?
My car has 3 sat navs. It's got the big screen. It's got by your steering wheel, and then it's also got that thing where
heads up display.
That's what it's called. It's on there. I'm like, don't look at there then. Those 2 are clearer because it only shows you the roads. Don't look at that one. You've got 2 others. There is no reason. Like, there is just no reason. You have no argument.
I hate your sat nav with a passion.
All
yeah.
Right.
But you didn't make it. It's not your fault. You didn't design it. I don't know why you can't agree with me on it if you don't you back it like it's your invention.
I don't see it as hard as what you're making out. No, if it was only that, then fine. But there's 2 others that you could see that's clearer. Like
okay, so from now on, it makes more sense. Like if we're in a car together, you drive, I'm in the passenger seat.
No.
Okay, fine. Right, so time for the dilemmas section, and let me just say something. We're out here changing lives with these dilemmas.
We are.
No, we really are, because we've had some feedback from one of our dilemmas.
Which I'm so glad to hear.
So this was a mum that wrote in and basically said that she was really upset because her son had said, I think it was a Christmas present, basically, I bought you a Christmas present, it hasn't arrived, and then he just weren't really bothered about it arriving, and she just felt like he weren't being that thoughtful.
And we said, Mother's Day's coming up, make sure you are good for your mum.
Yeah.
Mother's Day gift.
So she commented on one of our videos and she said, Thanks for talking about my dilemma on this one. And I'm happy to tell you, Ben did good on Mother's Day. His present redeemed him and he was only a tiny bit mortified that I'd outed him on the podcast.
Oh, well done, Ben.
That is great news.
Good.
Ben, you brought it back. Well done, my friend. Because you know what? We always get a second chance.
Yeah.
And that's what I did this Mother's Day because, you know, I think I said before, your last birthday, I let you down a bit. So well done, Ben.
Well done, Joel. Well done, Ben. Why did I say Bon?
Well done, who?
Bon.
Bon?
Joel and Ben.
That didn't even make sense.
No, it was, I put an O, like Joel, but like for some reason, said, yeah, sorry, but well done.
Well done,
Amazing.
Bon.
That's what we like to hear.
That is what we like to hear.
I want to hear back from the family that we said book the holiday and not do the front room.
Oh, yeah.
I'd really like to know if they've booked
They come back to send you a picture of their hallway. It was a hallway.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a good one for Sarah. So, massive mum guilt. I had an adults only break to Ibiza last year for my 40th. First adults only holiday since having kids. So first one since she's had kids. She so wants to do it again. Just 3 nights every year, but the guilt is so bad. But the us time for looking out for ourselves and not the kids was so refreshing. So
exactly what she said. It's refreshing. Like to have time away from your kids, it doesn't mean you love your kids any less. In actual fact, I really believe that it makes you a better person because you can switch off and you haven't got to worry about the washing. The things that just really, get us mums down, like the everyday mundane stuff that you've got to constantly think about. You can genuinely
You need to recharge your batteries.
It's
really.
So nice.
Like when you're on a plane, yeah? And then they say when the oxygen masks come down, you've got to put yours on first before you help your child.
Yeah.
Because you've got to look after yourself so that you're able to look after other people. That's motivational.
I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. No, because you do. Sometimes.
It's so true.
Sometimes you do need to actually put yourself first to be able to turn up as the best version of yourself for other people.
Oh, 100%.
Once a year for 3 nights. Are you joking? I feel guilty that I don't feel guilty about doing that.
Yeah.
Like, would you feel guilty about just doing 3 nights a year?
I mean, I do when I'm going.
You do about 800 nights a year.
I do when I'm going. Once I'm there, I'm like, whoa, I'm on tables, I'm dancing. I'm like, what kids? No, I think because when I know if they're with you or if they're with my mum or whoever they're with.
It's
I
when
know
we
they're
leave them with
well
strangers
looked
you're not
after.
happy, right?
No, as in the reason I'm not feeling guilty is I know they're with I know they're well looked after, so I don't have to think about them like that. I can be like, I'm okay to.
Yeah, but also like free, like whatever, even if your kids miss you for those 3 nights, like, I mean,
yeah,
I don't think, I honestly.
would even say do more than that. 3 nights a week, 3 nights a week.
3 nights a week, that's Sarah's motto.
3 nights a year, it really
3 nights a week, no
lot.
sleep.
So even if you do like a spa night or something.
I honestly think you're being so hard on yourself for feeling guilty for 3 nights a year, because I think you could and should, even if you're possible, to do more.
Yeah.
Because it is, you also, like, your kids will actually benefit from that. I bet you're full of beans when you come back.
Yeah.
Or you're hungover.
Your partner, your relationship. Yeah, you are. Yeah. That's the mum guilt there. The anxiety. No, but your relationship will also benefit from it.
Do you know what I always say, though?
Feeling like yourself and not just a mum. Like you are more than that. And being the...
That's right. You are more than just a mum.
Yeah.
You're more than just a wife. You are
beautiful.
You're independent.
Confident. And you can wear that bikini even if you don't feel like it because you think you've got a mum bod. Right. Do it.
Be proud of that.
Be sexy.
Be proud of that mum tum.
Yeah.
Carried all your kids.
Oh,
did I go too far? Did I take it too far?
No, you're just being personal. You said about my mum tum. No, but
I do. Yeah.
Mums do. I think this mum guilt is such a big conversation, and we could talk about it all the time because no matter what. But no, do it. Just be selfish. If that's what being selfish is, I think you just need to do it.
I think it's nice to miss people, right? Like, might seem a bit weird, but it's not. I like it sometimes when we're apart because it gives us a chance to miss each other. You know that feeling of like, sometimes if I'm away or you're away, it's like, I can't wait to get back to Sarah. Like, that's nice. That is actually, it's like a bittersweet. It's like a nice feeling. And then you get home and you just hug everyone and you appreciate everyone more.
Yeah.
Like when Casey comes home, you and Casey will
cry.
Yeah. And you'll appreciate each other more.
Although I did text her, I missed her that much. I was like, can we please get matching tattoos? Can we have a weekend away? And can we do a brunch? Because her birthday's not till June, but can we do a brunch for your birthday with all the girls? She's like, yes.
Did any of that involve me? No. Okay. So this dilemma is sent in. Hold on 1 second. This is a more interesting one. No, it's not more interesting. No, it's more complex.
There we go.
There we go. It's way more interesting than the other ones. No. Okay. So, settle down because it's slightly longer.
Ooh.
I'm at a job that I like, in brackets, not love. But I like it. I love my colleagues.
Love. She likes it, but not loves it.
Yeah, she put in brackets, not love. She likes, but not love.
Oh, okay.
But I like it. I love my colleagues and my boss is the best boss ever. Holidays are...
Actually, we are, but... Maybe it's someone from our work.
God. Will you let me get through this?
Sorry.
Any other can you hold your questions for the end? Okay. Just put your hand up. Right. I love my colleagues and my boss. Put your hand down. And my boss is the best boss ever. Holidays are paid for. I'm going to stop you there. Isn't that like law that holidays are paid for?
Or do you mean her actual holiday, like your annual holiday?
No, I don't think she means her boss is paying for her to go to Dubai. I think it means her holidays are paid for.
Okay, anyway.
No, but it's important.
They are.
If someone thinks that that's... If you're not aware, like, I don't want to be patronising, if you're not aware, but like, if you're employed by this person, you are legally entitled for your holidays to be paid for.
Yeah.
And if you're not, I'll get into this in a minute. Okay. However, the pay is awful, capital letters, so it must be really bad. I can only afford to pay my bills and nothing else. I can't buy my clothes or do anything. My money is for my bills and that's it. I've spoken to her, I'm guessing that's her boss, about it, and she says she can't afford to pay me more. I don't want to leave my job, but I'm really struggling with money and struggling to enjoy my life and have life experiences as I have no money to do anything. Me and my boyfriend can't even afford to do date nights. I hate to leave, but what can I do? Please help.
Oh, that is really tough. That's a hard situation to be in because if you do really like your job, although she did say I don't love it.
Yeah, I think it's not the right job for you.
No.
I think even you can love your colleagues and you can love your boss. You said you like your job, but you said you love your colleagues and you love your boss. Well, do you know what? If you love them that much and they love you that much, then you'll still be friends when you leave, right? But I almost guarantee that you won't be.
Yeah.
Because when you're in
You're
the
not
thing,
resenting it surely as well. But if you can't afford anything, it's
like the reason that we go to work is so that we can afford to do the things we want to do in life. So you're going and you're giving up all of your time, not all of your time, but you're giving up a big portion of your life. Like what percent is it? Probably like 60%. I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out here. 60% of your life at the moment, you're giving to a job just so you can afford to live.
Yeah.
But by the sounds of it, the pay's bad and you know you could earn more somewhere else. It's different if you're saying, this is all I can get. Even if I leave, this is all I'm going to get. Then you may as well be someone you love. But if you can get paid more somewhere else, like you might find another job that you love just as much or love more, and you can get paid. And also it's about being paid what you think you're worth. And it sounds like you're not being paid what you're worth.
Yeah.
And also if you're saying things like holidays are paid for, I'm just wondering, like, are they having you on a bit here? Because like holidays, of course, are paid for. Everyone is entitled to annual leave. And if you're not an employee and they've got you on some kind of like self-employed contract, but you're just working for them, then that's kind of like their way of like having their cake and eat it too. I just think sometimes people can get taken for a ride. And I mean, maybe your boss genuinely can't afford to pay you more. Maybe she can't, but maybe she can. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe she just doesn't want to.
And like you said, I think it's not the right job. I think you got to move on. And the next place also might not be the right place. You might not be as happy then. You might have to move on.
But also, if you move on and you might not even end up, like if you were that close to your colleagues and your boss, like you'll be friends anyway.
You need to have somewhere that you can have the potential to grow as a person.
Sounds like
business.
There's no
wiggle room to even grow in your pay packet. Like there should always be like a goal, I feel anyway.
Yeah.
Like at work, we like to set goals with people and try and help them achieve them. And
it sounds like you've hit your ceiling, and your ceiling is nowhere near where you need to be. So where is this going to end up in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? And it sounds like even if you did get a pay increase, it's going to be so small that it's not even going to be worth it. So I think if you know you can get paid better somewhere else, then I think it's time to move on. Life's too short.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might wake up one day, 15 years down the line, you're still there, you're getting paid peanuts, and you haven't been able to experience things you want to experience in life. So yeah, go where you are appreciated and valued.
Aww.
Go where you...
no children. That's where I'm appreciated and valued. Okay, so I think that's all we have time for today. So
that's it.
Bye.
That's all, folks. Guys, make sure you tune in Tuesday, 6 p.m.
Check out HelloFresh.
Also, can I ask a massive favor? Can you guys subscribe wherever you're listening or watching? Can you do two things? Can you subscribe and can you leave a review or leave a comment, depending on what platform you're on?
Please, a nice comment. Positive comment.
Mostly on YouTube, like the comments are nice and a positive anyway. But
I don't even look at the TikToks anymore. I just swipe past.
I read the YouTube comments because they're like, oh, they're so nice. And TikTok, if I see a clip of us on TikTok, I just keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually massively, massively helps us grow this podcast when you subscribe, review, rate it. Like it takes you a few seconds, but you honestly don't understand.
If you write on there like something that you want us to talk about, it's also really handy because there might be questions of like when we met or things we don't even think that people would even want to know. Like
or if you want to hear more about my sources.
Anyway, that's all we got time for. So see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, guys.